MTN's earnings were hit negatively by currency impacts from some of the markets it operates in. But when it came to market fundamentals, it reported improved demand for its services, particularly in the second half of 2024, highlighting some of the areas of growth.
Data revenue continues to be the main contributor of growth, with 21.9% revenue growth year on year, really underpinned by increased user base as well as high usage. We saw that growth coming through from markets like Nigeria, and Ghana. We saw fintech as well showing strong growth momentum on top line at 28.5%.
With the ongoing civil war in Sudan, MTN's operations were adversely impacted, with much of the network reported down between February and May last year. Although things picked up somewhat thereafter, it was still heavily disrupted by the conflict. The operator said it incurred an 11 billion rand impairment on that market, which was also the result of the consequential inflation that arises in a conflict-ridden country where demand for goods outpaces the supply of them.
The important thing to understand is that, from a Sudan perspective, we do have markets that are operating in hyperinflation, and Sudan is one of them. And obviously that impairment, we reported 3.8 billion rand at interims in June. And because Sudan saw a 100% increase in inflation, I think in the fourth quarter this year, we actually had to, hyperinflate that amount. And of course, the rate of inflation is growing at a higher pace than, what the business is growing at. So as a result of that, we had to take an impairment.
MTN saw the South African market as stable, but noted continued concerns at the limited growth in prepaid voice usage, while the likes of data and fintech services demand continued to grow. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.